Hello, grade 7 students. Civics, chapter 3, how the state government works. In the previous class, we learnt about who is an MLA and how he is elected and how the ruling party chief minister is elected visa and who is appointing the chief minister and MLAs visa also. Now we are going to see a debate in the legislative assembly. Here they are discussing about the various activities, various schemes, various problems to be solved. They are all discussing. And what do they discuss? They discuss about the decisions that they have taken and how they are running the government. We usually hear about them or we see them in news channels or in the papers. Whatever discussions be taken have to be approved by the members of the legislative assembly. In a democratic country, the members can ask questions. Debate is an important issue and they will decide where money should be spent, etc. And it is the main authority also. Now we are seeing the MLA 1 and MLA 2, second MLA, and MLA 3, MLA 4, MLA 5 and MLA 6. MLA 1 is the representative of the Akandagan during the last 3 weeks. There were 15 members died because of diarrhea. So in his constituency, because of diarrhea, 15 members are dying in the last 3 weeks. He says that he is telling that it is a shame of the government. It has not checked the simple situation or simple problem like diarrhea, and we are having the very good technology also. I would like to bring the attention of the chief minister in charge of the health to take immediate measures to control the situation. So MLA 1 is telling his problem. In his area, in his constituency, 15 members die because of diarrhea, and he is bringing the notice that diarrhea is very simple problem and also it can be sorted out, but the health minister is not caring for it. So immediately he must bring control over the situation, he says. MLA 2 is asking question. There is diarrhea problem. Why the government is not appointing the proper doctors and medical staffs in the district? I would like to ask the government to have plans to deal with the situation. MLA 2 is giving the solution. Is giving the suggestion, not solution, suggestion, and he is bringing the notice that government must appoint doctors and medical staffs in the district, which is affecting a large number of people and is also spreading this, and it will also become an epidemic like corona. Okay. Next, MLA 3 is telling that he is the MLA of Tolpatti and there is a water shortage. There is a serious water problem. The women have to go for 3 to 4 kilometers for water, and how many tankers we have been put into service to supply water. So to this area water supply must be done, but MLA 3 is asking how many tankers are provided to supply water for the Tolpatti. He is asking, and how many wells and ponds have been cleaned and disinfected. So they have to check out the wells and ponds and how many wells or ponds are cleaned is asking question. MLA 4 is telling, my colleagues are exaggerating the problem. The exaggerating means making big issue. The small thing will be exaggerated, will criticized or described as a very unimaginable, very big like Skylake. The government has taken steps to control the situation. Water tankers have been put into the service. ORS packets are being distributed. The government is doing everything possible to help people. Now, MLA 4 is representing, and he is answering the question for MLA 1, 2 and 3. In MLA 1, 2 and 3, he is telling that the government has taken steps to bring control. Now he is telling for Tolpatti, water tankers have been put into service, he says. So for Tolpatti, water tanks are provided for supplying water. And for Ahandangan, for the diarrhea people, they are given ORS packets. That is, it is a type of liquid. It's a type of food, okay, that will help to control the water, that is the diarrhea. The loss of water also will lead to the loss of death also. MLA 5 is representing, we have poor facilities in our hospitals. There are hospitals that do not have doctors and no medical staff has been appointed for the last few years. In another hospital, the doctor has gone on the leave. This is a shame. I think the situation is doing from bad to worse. How are we going to, they are saying, I am thinking the situation is going from bad to worse. How are we going to ensure that ORS packets reach all families in the affected areas? Now MLA 5 is asking questions for MLA 4. He says that there are poor facilities in hospitals and doctors are not available and medical staffs have to no appointed for last few years, he says, and doctor has gone for leave. This is shame because there is no doctor. That doctor has taken leave and there is no doctor in the hospital, and we see the situation is becoming very worse, and we must know that the ORS packets supplied, is it reaching all the families in the affected areas? Now what is MLA 6 is asking the question? The opposition members are unnecessarily blaming the government. The previous government do not pay any attention to sanitation. We have now taken up to try to clear the garbage that has been lying around for years. Now MLA 6 is telling the previous government that was ruling the government, the opposition members are blaming the government, current ruling government, but it is shame for them because that government did not took care about the sanitation. The garbages are lying for around for many years. It was not cleared. Now this government has taken necessary steps to clear the area. In the earlier section, you have read about the debates in the legislative assembly. The members were debating the action taken or not taken by the government. This is because of MLAs are together responsible for the work of the government. So in the just now we saw about the debates that was conducted in the assembly. Okay, the MLAs are the responsibilities for the work of the government. It is common usage, the word government refers to the government departments and various ministers. Who is the government? The government departments and various ministers are the head of the government. The overall head is the chief minister. Who is supervising them is the chief minister is supervising. More correctly, this is called the executive part of the government. All the MLAs who gather together in the legislative assembly are called legislature. The person, what is a legislature? The MLAs and the chief minister, they are gathering in the legislative assembly, they are called the legislature. They are the ones who authorize and supervise their work. As we saw in the earlier section, it is from among them that the head of the executive or the chief minister is formed. So the MLAs elect the leader. He is the chief minister. So in this class we saw about the activities that are bringing notice to the chief minister, and they arise questions and they find the answers for their questions also. Necessary steps are taken. So this is how the debate helps in ruling the country. Thank you children. I hope this class is very interesting.